Hello everyone. Today I will be showing you how to make an interaction system in Unreal Engine 5. This system is simple but very modular, as it can be used for pretty much any in-game interaction, from weapons to pickups to buttons to things like doors, lighting, and interfaces, and basically anything. In this tutorial we will make a button, a toggleable switch, and a weapon pickup. These should be some of the basics for making a lot of different types of interactions from where you can make your own. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're in a new project. This is just the first person template, but any project works. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is make a interface. So make a folder and make a blueprint interface called iInteract. And this will have a function on it that will get called on any object that we interact with. So I'll just name the function on interact. And you can have any data that you want. So if you want the player, you can put that in there. So third person, first person character, and any other data that you want to have from the player transfer over, maybe it's their health or something, you can put that in there too. Now with the function created, we'll create a interacting key. So just duplicate the jump key and name it interact. Go into the mappings. Go into the mappings, new mapping, select the interact one that we made, and we'll set the key to E. Alright, now we can go into the player character and we'll get the interaction key. Okay, so from this interaction key we want to shoot out a line, so line trace by channel, and basically this will be in the direction the player is facing, and whatever it hits, we want to call the interaction function on that. So we'll call this function, and we want to call it on the object that the line hits. So whatever actor it is, we'll send that message. And if it's not an object we can interact with, it just won't send anything because the function's not going to be on the object. So this is now for the starting position, this is the only spot that will change based on if it's first person or third person. So for first person, because this is the first person template, we'll do that. They'll also show the third person way, which is very similar but slightly different. So we're going to get the camera, get the world location, and get the forward vector. From there, we're just going to drag the world location into the starting spot. But from the vector, we're going to grab a multiplier and change the second value. And this will be the distance to go. So I'll just set it to 200 or something like that. And then we're going to add it to the world location, and put all that into the ending node. So forward, this is just the distance, I said that before, so take the forward vector, multiply whatever distance you want, add it to the world location, put that at the end. The only difference for third person versus first person is where the line choice starts and ends. So for the third person, we want to get the mesh, get the world location, get, and then put that into the plus sign. So this will create an offset, because plug that into start. This will make an offset, so we can set the offset on the z-axis to like 150 or something. Because if we get the world location, we'll get it at the feet, and we don't really want to get it at the feet. We kind of want to get it to like the chest or the head area. So that's where we want to start, so somewhere on there. For the ending, it's a little different. In this case, I'll just do wherever the camera's facing. So we'll get a plus from here. Get the world rotation. Multiply it. We want to turn the output to a vector and the input to a double precision float. And this will be our distance. So drag it into the ending slot, and now it'll work. So now we can create the interaction, the objects we want to interact with. So this is very simple. All we have to do here is class settings. You'll do this part for any object you want to interact with. So interfaces, add interface, I underscore interact. Double click it to get this. And all we're going to do is, instead of doing a cast and overlap, I'm just going to get rid of both of these. And just drag this in here. Oh. And this is why we need the player in this case, because you want it plugged up like that. And back here, we'll add a self, put that to the player. Okay, so now the pickup for the rifle is done. That's all we have to do. Now we'll create a button. A new blueprint of actor. And we can call this BP underscore button or something like that. And like for all the objects we want to interact with, go into interfaces, add a new interface, I underscore interact, double click it, and we'll just do a print string, and we can say something, so we can do pressed, and we'll set the color to that. Then we'll give it a cube. Yeah. So if we interact with the cube, we will print out a message that says pressed. Now we're going to make a toggle. So blueprint class actor, I'll name it toggle. Once again, class settings, add interface, or I interact. Well, we'll add another box. A cube, I mean. And we'll change the color, just to make it a little different. So this time, it's going to be slightly different. we're going to use the event tick and the iInteract. We'll create a variable and we'll call it active of type boolean, and we'll just set it to, so every time we interact with it we want to set it to the opposite of what it was before. So, whoops, not boolean. So it's just going to set it to the opposite. And now we can do an if. So if we're active, we want to print string, and the message will be this. Alright, so now we are done with all the three main interaction types. We can drag the button in here, and drag the toggle here. And yeah, now we can test it out. So, we hit play. We can test the button. So if we go to it and press E, you can see it says pressed whenever we press it. If we go to the weapon and we interact with it, we pick it up. I don't know why the game lags when I shoot. And if we go to the toggle and interact with it, you can see it turns it to true, and then it stops. So yeah, that's about it. If you have suggestions for future tutorials, questions, you can comment those too, or any feedback in general. Goodbye.